We'll be discussing the often dreaded task of cold calling and how having a structured approach and strategy can turn the most avoided task into something interesting and engaging. I'm Benjamin Kowalski with Freight 360, where we provide the latest transportation sales tips and training videos to help you reach your goals faster. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And all of the links and details will be found in the description box below. And for more information, we've recently covered this topic in much greater detail on our podcast, Freight 360. Let's jump into it. Prospecting new business is the make or break activity for freight brokers. It's the task most commonly avoided, and it's the number one reason why a new or a tenured broker actually drop out of the industry. We've identified why the random approach to prospecting is the number one reason why nobody really enjoys this. No one ever won a Nobel Prize by doing a job they hate. The reason people reach new heights in any field or industry isn't usually God-given ability. It's due to the fact that they have a passion or interest that drives them to seek those heights. We also remember things that interest us, and we're far more likely to be able to recall a fact or a detail in an area that we're passionate about. That is, things that interest us tend to stick, right? Now, what if you took those two very powerful attributes and applied them to the most dreaded task you have every day? Do you think it might spark some interest, or dare I say, excitement? That's what I'll outline next. We all have interests in our lives, whether it's a hobby like woodworking or a passion for quilting and LSU football. Prospecting provides an avenue to fulfill that passion with profit and opportunity. Think about how many shippers in this country either provide the raw materials, manufacturing, or distribution involved in those three random things I picked. Right? Hundreds, if not thousands of opportunities are literally at your fingertips, right? Think back. Remember that fascination and wonder you had as an elementary school student and you were on a field trip to learn how they make potato chips? That curiosity and desire to learn is still inside of you. It's still inside me and everyone else. It's whether or not we're going to be intentional about actually feeding that desire. We're suggesting you reignite that spark of curiosity around what you're actually passionate about. Then start by searching the top 100 shippers in that area. That's step one. You need to start somewhere. Now, where do you go from here, right? Well, almost everything that Nate and all of us have learned in shipping, we've learned by actually shipping products, obviously. But not everything. There's quite a bit that we've learned from our conversations we've had with shippers, many of which never became customers. They were just prospecting calls with people willing to talk with us about what they're passionate about, shipping widgets, the widget industry, and who their widget competitors are, right? Use this to your benefit. Prospect by asking questions about the industry instead of only asking freight-specific questions. Remember that people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And in order to achieve those things, it's best to start with questions you'll likely receive a passionate response to. And it just so happens that where your curiosity will lead you is the exact same place your prospect's interests lie. Human beings love talking about two things: themselves and what they spend the majority of their lives doing. And if you're asking deliberate questions to learn more about what they do and why they do it, they'll be 10 times as likely to actually engage in a real conversation. And the likelihood they'll be willing to do business with you will increase all the same. So start by brainstorming what really interests you. Then start calling with the purpose of learning and engaging, not just selling and closing. And watch as those slam doors turn into welcome gestures and smiles. For more information on prospecting with a purpose, check out our recent episode 77. Please share any questions you have in the comments, and remember, whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right.